content.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the tea review, where today we're reviewing the greatest tea of all, alcohol. That was good.
Yeah,
I like
that
that.
was
That was well done. Good work.
Yeah.
Not rehearsed or anything.
No,
'cause
that genuinely wasn't.
That'd be very weird.
In fairness, though, earlier when I can't remember what it was. I think we saw like an animal, and we both said "big boy" at the same time.
It was very strange.
And it was very creepy.
It was very, very strange. So, first thing to say, we have news. It's very big news in our lives.
It's big news.
Huge news.
Is it from trending?
No, tragically. We are moving channels to Elise and Sam.
Yeah.
Simply because...
Sam wants to upload other things here. And if he has 3 uploads, it actually, the algorithm demotes you.
No, it's not even that. It's people just don't get told.
People don't get told about your
If you upload more than 2 videos in the same day, you don't get told. So today, for example, I uploaded 2 Skyrim episodes because I broke it down into 2 parts. And there's the live stream VOD from last night to upload. And this. And that's 2 videos over the 2 video limit.
Yeah.
So we're going to take the Elise and Sam content and put it on the Elise and Sam channel. It also means people who sub here for epic Gamer Boy Skyrim only don't have to hear a horrible girl's voice, because this is the internet. So we're going to be moving over there. So if you want to go and subscribe over there, if you are a fan of tea reviews, that will be over there. I'll put a link in the description. I'll put it everywhere. So click, and subscribe. It's not monetized, that channel,
yeah,
so
it's not monetized.
Hurry up so that we can monetize it and try and recuperate some of the costs that have been spent on fucking nettle tea.
And our new gimbal.
And our new gimbal for the microphone. And the new microphone. And the camera and the tripod and the light. And the...
We're never gonna, no.
maybe in a few years.
I'm gonna take offence to you saying that people don't want to hear girl voice. We've had 2 private messages now on Patreon that said that they like having me in videos.
Well... They quite clearly haven't got good taste if they back my Patreon.
Very true.
We're going to make some drinks. We're going to make 2 separate cocktails. You're going to follow instructions and do a proper cocktail.
Yeah.
I am going to make... so ages ago I made a cocktail called a hurricane, and it was nice. So I'm going to make something similar to that. It follows the same basic recipe, but I'm going to put in like 3 times as much alcohol.
Good.
So that's my plan.
You've still got to record RimWorld.
I was literally like 10 minutes into recording today's RimWorld episode. Or tomorrow's RimWorld episode,
We were supposed to record this earlier, but we were waiting for the fucking gimbal.
Waiting for the microphone gimbal so that you could hear us so clearly and powerful.
I mean, you probably can't hear me. I'm like literally a foot below the mic.
Yeah, we've had to hire the camera up today.
So it's like up to your face, but it's like very low.
It's like right next to my face, and then you're like miles away. So we might have to tweak that a little bit. Anyway, here we go. So, you're making... a pink mojito.
Pink mojito. Do you want me to start?
You go right ahead.
All right.
We'll watch you make yours first. Because mine, I will crack out in genuinely... Take us through the steps. Take us through what you're doing here, chef.
Okay, so I'm getting 6 mint leaves. I'll put the recipes, if we can even call what Sam does a recipe, in the description if you want it. It'll probably be at the bottom because I'll shill in the other things. Speaking of shilling... Thank you to the, 5 people that have ordered cream pie merch.
Oh, Jesus. So I made that stupid shirt as a joke. It just says cream pie at Cryopos. Cream pie across it. You can get t-shirts.
Could I have the measurement?
You can get baby grows. You can get pillowcases. You can get a lot of things with just the word cream pie on it. And 5 of them have sold so far, which is... just terrible. I also said, someone messaged me, was it Thor? He was like, I'll buy one if you get all the profit. I need to point out, I everything I've put up on Teespring, with the exception of one thing, I put the profit to minimum. Like, literally just the minimum so that Teespring would actually put it on there.
I think in total, for every single thing that we've put up there, you've made like a tenner.
Yeah. Because the minimum you have to do is like 150 profit. Any lower than that, and Teespring are like, no profit, you're not allowed to sell it. So... yeah, we're not doing it for profit. I'm doing it to see how many people I can convince to get the word cream pie across their chest.
I mean, I would have done that for free. Could you, like, clean this?
Could I clean it?
Yeah, it's dirty.
Oh, it's got, like, passionfruit syrup in it.
Okay, so far all I've done is put in some mint leaves. I rub them between my hands to, like, release them. You can muddle them as well if you want, if you've got the gear. But I find that I never muddle it well enough to get the taste out, so... I also put 2 teaspoons of pure syrup in there.
Pure syrup.
Yeah, so that's just sugar
Just
syrup.
cane syrup, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is raspberry syrup that I just put in.
Just in case people call it different things where they're from or something like that. I want to make sure that we're being, nice and clear. Especially when we get to mine, because you're definitely going to want to try this.
Yeah, it's just awful.
It's nice.
What you're doing is wrong.
It's nice, and you're an idiot.
Could you?
Could I?
In fact...
I certainly can.
I mean, yeah, you could. I was going to say, could you get me 1.5 measures of white rum, please?
Yes, absolutely. We have, you can't really see it, it's not really in camera.
We've got a lot of rum.
Over here, we've got a bottle stand loaded with alcohols.
We've got Southern Comfort and then 3 different types of rum.
How many measures did you want?
I wanted 1.5.
1.5. Absolutely, madam. Stand by.
Thank you.
So this is, brand of rum we're using today is Bacardi.
Not Spawn. I don't think they're allowed to spawn alcohol.
You're not. Absolutely not. YouTube would be very angry.
I'm pretty sure like Tom Scar said that he almost got.
1.5, did you say?
Yeah, 1.5.
All right, there you
You
go.
could put 2 in though. I could take a bit more.
You could take 2, is what you were about to say.
Yeah.
And then you caught yourself. Are you mashing grapes into that?
Yeah. It's muddling. There's some flavour in there, bitch.
Oh my god, that caught me so off guard I started
You started
choking.
dying, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck it. Put some more rum in there, mate.
What, you want some more Bacardi?
Yeah, go mad.
No, I personally don't like white rum.
I do not especially care for white rum. I don't drink it on its own, but I have it in cocktails.
How's that? How's your grape and rum taste?
So far, it's gonna be nice, I suppose.
So, what have you put in so far? You've put a couple of grapes, some crushed mint leaves,
Yep.
2 measures of Bacardi,
Yep.
a white rum, I should say, sorry, and...
You know what I should have done?
Uh-huh.
Crushed ice first. I fucked it.
Oh, you should have, yeah. Do you want some ice?
Yes, but I guess we'll put in like a little bit. Do you want me to bring this over so you don't fucking get ice everywhere?
No. Get it below the camera. This is a show for the people.
Yeah,
please.
but the people don't want to see. No, in fact, no, they probably do want to see you get fucking ice everywhere.
Of course they do. That's why. Oh no!
Oh no! Don't! Oh, he's ripped open so far.
Well, I hope you're hungry because we've got a lot of ice to eat now. Right.
It's crushed ice. You're not going to be able to pick it up with those.
As ice.
Thanks.
Here's some more ice. How much ice do you want?
I mean, I might as well just grab a handful, right? Rather than picking it up with your fucking shitty tongs that are getting them everywhere.
Here. Right, that's an ice cube on the floor. That's for the mice.
Great.
How's
I'm sure
that?
the mice will appreciate. That is good enough.
Let me take off my old Joby Noby robe as well.
Yeah, your old jobby knobby robe. So we have reusable straws because we care about the environment.
I don't.
Unlike you.
Sorry, just to say that. I don't care about the environment.
You don't care about fucking anything, mate.
I'm vegan.
I'm vegan.
I care about the animals.
Sure, let's put on some mint leaves for garnish.
That's very fancy. I like the way you've impaled that grape as if to say, fuck this grape.
All the grapes shall fear me.
To add insult to injury, not only have you mashed them up in the bottom, you've impaled their dead to send a strong message to the great people.
We also have reusable umbrellas and reusable fancy muddler sticks.
Wow,
so that
look
is
at
mine
that.
done.
Do you want to show that off?
Yeah, sure.
That looks actually pretty well done. We'll get some glamour shots when we're done with the.
I'll take a nice shot of this.
When we're done with the actual video. That looks well done. Nice work.
Yeah, I actually make nice cocktails, unlike you who makes monstrosities.
Now it's supposed to be a pink mojito, and that's quite distinctly a kind of dark purpley mojito.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I think you failed on the.
I failed on the colour. I mean, in fairness, so there are a couple of changes you can make. Like you can use raspberry liqueur rather than raspberry syrup. I only have raspberry syrup instead because it's hard to find raspberry liqueur in the shops.
Okay, so
yeah, you can make a load of swaps in this recipe.
I guess it's my turn then.
Yeah.
Brace yourself. Here we go. Very simple, very straightforward. None of that crap with whatever's going on there. We're gonna take some classic spiced rum. That's this tap here, right? And we're gonna go very simply. These are full measures, not crappy half measures. We're going to go 1 and 2. Okay, you ready for this? A third,
ready.
followed up by a fourth. We're going to take 4
measures of...
4 full measures of rum. That's probably the equivalent of like... Oh, actually, that's a fucking lot.
Golden spice rum.
That's quite a lot in there, but
You
that's
always
alright.
put loads... You know what you should do?
Yeah.
Put crushed ice in there first.
Oh, I should, yeah. Fair point.
We
Well, I mean,
always forget
it
this.
doesn't matter in a shaker. To
Yeah,
be
but
fair.
if you, or splash out, gotta be careful.
There you go. No, I'm not going to add too much because I don't want to dilute it, but you've got to have enough to be able to shake it through thoroughly, so I'll do that. Right, and then we're going to add some pineapple juice. This is regular old Sainsbury's boring-ass pineapple juice.
Do you want any, like, stuff to put in here to, like, colour it? Grenadine or something?
Oh, no, the colours come out of this look very nice. They're very tropical.
Oh.
So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm putting in 4 measures of pineapple, followed up by so you're supposed to use orange juice in a hurricane. I'm using orange and mango to give it that extra layer of tropical.
Sam really likes mangoes. That's his favourite fruit.
The mango helps take away a bit of the tart from the orange and the pineapple as well. Gives it a bit of it means you don't need to use syrup or anything like that. So it's quite a nice. I've just made a big faux pas.
What was your faux pas?
Well, I'm also going to be adding, you can see in the background just there, passion fruit syrup.
Oh, God, yeah.
The problem with the passion fruit syrup is...
It's thick.
It's very thick, so...
It's really good quality. It's great passion fruit syrup, but it's also thick.
I'm only adding a half measure of passion fruit because it's really overpowering. You don't want to add too
I would
much.
just put like a teaspoon in there because the passion fruit is so strong.
But I normally put it in there first, and then you can swill out the measure with the orange juice and the pineapple.
Juice, yeah.
So I made a bit of a fucky-wucky there, but that's only kind of a cleaning problem.
A fucky wucky.
I've got a technique for this. Do you want to describe to people at home what I'm doing?
Okay, so he's got under his arm the bottle, and it's pointing towards the flow. Oh my god. And he's vigorously pressing the lever.
Imagine a bagpipe, right? You take the bottle, because it's chilled and it's thick, you hold it under your arm, you push down between your arm. This is how bartenders do it, I'm sure. Between your arm and your body, and you crush the passion fruit out. Like, this shit is thick. Bear in mind, this is also chilled, so it's maybe a little misleading. And that is a tropical hurricane right there. Strong enough to wake the dead. I made it with Kraken Black last time, and holy crap.
Oh my god, yeah, because the Kraken is like 40%. It's beautiful. It's probably the best dark rum I've ever had. It tastes amazing.
You know what, for the people at home?
You're going to put a half measure of Kraken in there?
We're going to put half a measure of Kraken to...
The Kraken is really good. It's like buttery.
To swill out the...
It's really, really alcoholic though.
To swill out the rum. Or the passion fruit.
Right, hold that one tight. 'Cause last time we shook it fucking went everywhere.
To be fair, last time though, we had big heavy ice cubes.
Yeah, we had these like different types. So when you shake a shaker, you need to shake it until the actual metal goes frosty. That's how you know it's shaken properly. Which is what Sam's doing in the other room. It looks like he's doing a little wank in the corner.
Yeah! Okay. And then it goes all frosty. And then it really hurts your hands because that's fucking cold.
It's cold, yeah. And here, I've got a glass here for Sam. I put some ice in it for him. Look how lovely and tropical that looks. I think it'd look good with some grenadine in that. Just a little bit on top. Give it a little colour.
I think that is perfectly fine. Takes a little while to get it all out because obviously you've got some quite small ice chunks in there.
That's why you use the big strainer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It looks a little bubbly.
Oh, that looks good. What are you talking about? Look at that.
Alright.
If you can embellish that for me, that would be...
I will embellish it for you.
Get the fucking lid off now.
I won't tell a single
Wow, look at that.
soul.
That looks incredible.
No, it's not going to stay in.
Yeah, of course it is. Just... There you go.
Very good. Do you want a straw? Here you go, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
Wow, that looks...
That looks really bad.
I mean, I would pick it up, but it's going to fall apart, so...
Yeah. Well, I guess you're going to be drinking it like a peasant instead. Wait. We need to take fancy pictures.
Here you are. I just want to show the people the...
It's got a head. Is it a fucking Guinness?
Yeah. Oh, this is a thick bitch of a...
Yeah, that's a thick bit.
I mean, it's also over... I mean, what did we put in? Like 4 shots of... So it's over a third alcohol as well.
Right, I'm taking some glamour shots. It's hard to do it because there's shit everywhere, but...
Oh, give it to me. Give it to me.
Okay, Mr. Photographer.
I am professional.
You can't take it fucking... No, don't take it portrait. We're not animals.
Oh, man, the camera thing's in the way. Can you get that out of the way, please? This is for the people.
I'll take the pictures and I'll put them in the video.
Oh, look at this, though.
You can make it zoom out more.
Oh, wow. Oh, good idea.
Yeah, I've got a really good camera on my phone.
Oh, look at that.
Very
That's
good.
perfect.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to drink these and have a
Oh,
chat?
you mean we've got to taste them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. We've actually got to drink. I'm not using a fucking straw.
The joy of a mojito is that there's loads of fucking leaves in there.
Oh, wow. Sniff that.
Yeah, that smells toxic, mate.
All right.
Yeah, mine's nice.
Mine is quite strong. Quite strong. Mm-hmm. It would probably raise the dead. It's also very bitter, but it's got some sweet undertone. I think that's a nice cocktail.
I think that mine's probably nicer.
And more importantly, I've got a lot of it too. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a lot of drink.
Shitloads in there. I'll be here for weeks.
Live from my very special studio upstairs. It's us. Hello.
Again, yeah. Hi.
The camera battery died, so now we're recording with microphones
Wow,
in a room.
that's crazy.
Crazy. With our drinks.
Yeah, we have. Am I good to drink even though people have to hear my clinking?
I suppose I'll allow it, yeah.
I mean, it is kind of the point of this is that we drink while we talk.
Sure. I think people will be fine with it. They've gone through worse on the tea review, I'm sure.
Very true. Yeah, at least we got the cocktails done before it died.
So, I started talking about vegan diary day whatever we're at, and then I said
think 3.
day too many, which I still stand by. Today we had fake mints, disappointing
Yeah.
dry mints.
It tasted fine. It was dry though.
It tasted fine. It tasted like bad mints.
No, bad mints taste worse.
I don't know.
No. You've not had that cheap fucking frozen shit mince from like the cheapest stores like Iceland.
This was pretty bad.
No, you don't understand. Bearing in mind that you don't fucking eat mince and I do.
I ate mints today.
Yeah, because it was fake mince. It was okay.
It was okay.
The problem is for you is that you only have meat and then a wrap, while I'll have meat and vegetables in a wrap.
Why? Yeah, but like, why would you ruin? If that mint costs a fortune, it wasn't that expensive. It was Tesco plant-based mints. If it costs a fortune or more than regular mints, I need to be able to enjoy that as the main part of the meal.
I suppose.
You're drowning it in vegetables. You could have probably taken the mints out of your wrap and still had a similar experience, if not the same.
I would have had a good experience because I like the taste of vegetables.
Well, there you go.
I'm not a moron like you. I enjoy food. Like I had lovely mince that was like flavored with taco seasoning. I had avocado. I had tomato. I had a little bit of hummus because Sam decided to put fucking jerk seasoning on his.
It was a wrap. It was a wrap with spicy, well, not spicy beef, but spicy fake beef.
Fake beef, yeah.
So I put jerk sauce on it, and I put way too much jerk sauce because
Yeah,
too much
you
came out of the
did.
bottle too fast, and then it was very spicy.
I mean, I had a really good time. The hummus was really good. But yeah, I enjoyed my meal. I also had curry for breakfast. Because I firmly disbelieve that, like, breakfast foods should only be eaten at certain times of day.
No, I don't. It's psychological. If you wake up and have a full-blown meal for breakfast, you're a fool.
No, I'm a fool then.
Because if you wake up and you have a food that's associated with breakfast, you're essentially tricking yourself mentally. You're kind of Pavlov's dogging yourself.
I don't want to dog myself.
Dog yourself.
No, I refuse.
Dog yourself over breakfast, and
I
you'll
don't
feel
want to
better.
dog over breakfast.
If you dog over breakfast, you'll feel much better all day.
I wonder if dogging is a thing in other countries, or they're just not going to get this joke.
Right, I'm going to look it up while you talk.
But yeah, so in my opinion, like I used to, when I was a kid, if my family had like leftovers, I would just have that for breakfast. Like I had loads of curry for breakfast when I was a teen.
I googled it and it brought up xvideos.com as a top result.
It must
with
be
the quotes,
true then.
American dogging, and there's 1,419 videos, so I can only assume
That dogging is a thing in America.
Well, there we go.
Well, we don't know about other countries though. All that's come up is America. Maybe America's got a dogging problem.
I would say Wikipedia, the word dogging, if you're curious. It's 18 plus, as a warning. My God. I mean, if the alcohol didn't get us demonetized. Oh, we're uploading this to the other channel. No,
Yeah,
we're not.
We'll
be at some
we'll
point.
be at some point, but this one's going up on the regular channel.
Yeah, this one's going up on the regular. Yeah,
and
got it.
then the next one is going to go on Elise and Sam.
You can call the title of the video Dogging Over Breakfast.
Ah,
Because I don't think the YouTube censor will pick up on that, because it's not that clever.
no.
They'll probably just think you're talking about dogs.
Yeah, maybe we're
Which
talking
we
about...
are, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, God. I don't want to think any more about the implications of that. Anyway.
Sorry, what?
You
know what? I don't want to know.
No, don't think about it.
I'm very tired today.
Yeah, we woke up at 6 a.m. today.
I'm absolutely exhausted. I haven't even started Rimworld yet.
Well, I need to fucking edit this shit as well, so...
This shit? You mean this premium, high-quality content?
Yeah, that's what we create. Premium, high-quality content.
That's what I create. You just kind of latch on. You drag me down.
Latch on, motherfucker.
You are my anchor.
You're a wanker.
Wow.
Got him.
Rich coming from the person who apparently dogs over breakfast.
I don't dog over breakfast. We've already talked about this. I don't want to dog over breakfast. You were trying to make me, pervert.
I'm sorry. I just stand by that you should only have toast or cereal for breakfast, because if you do that over
But you don't always do that.
I just don't have breakfast. Today for breakfast, I had a protein flapjack.
And you were going to have like ciabatta, weren't you? But then there was no butter because
I
wasn't
had
vegan.
ciabatta. I had 3 slices of dry ciabatta and a protein flapjack. That is an adequate breakfast. You had a curry.
I did. I had a madras.
That might be an adequate breakfast in maybe, Asia.
I don't know. I don't know what they eat for breakfast.
But commonly, British breakfasts are,
flapjacks.
No, I'm only having those because of this shitty fucking awful...
usually you'll just have like normal food for breakfast though, because we don't really have a concept of breakfast anymore.
Well, I
we
normally
wake up at
wake
weird
up
times.
At like, my perfect time to wake up is 2 p.m. because the video goes live at 4, and I don't want to be like today where I'm awake at 6 a.m. and then I've got to be awake for 12
but being
hours.
awake at 6 a.m. is better for me. It's genuinely.
You can fuck off,
mate. I've got other things in my life.
You do not have other things in your life.
Like I can't attend lectures if I wake up at 2.
Rubbish.
Fuck you.
Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I need to wake up at 2 p.m. because then I can be awake for 2 hours, get breakfast, which by the way is not going to be curry. And
you
then,
eat curry any time of day.
And then I can start recording in time for the new episode that's just gone live. I can read the comments, I can compile the important ones, I can ignore Red Demon on Discord, and then I can make the new episode.
I assume Red Demon doesn't watch these, and you're not just fucking roasting.
It's becoming a meme at this point, and I'm starting to enjoy it.
I mean, the Discord is like a special place,
Especially recently, but we won't go into that. Let's not talk about that one.
Like, the silence is palpable after that fucking statement.
No, you don't need to worry about it.
No.
So, topics. Did you bring any? Because I didn't.
No.
I'll warn you, I'm barely awake right now, so...
I've not really been, there's not much to say, is there?
No, we're just moving the content over to Sam and Elise. That's the important thing. The branding's better. The email's better. Everything's better. It makes just more sense. You can upload shit to that by yourself. We can do other more on-brand games for that channel.
I'm actually an owner of that channel as well, so I can actually can adjust the playlist properly on the other channels, which are all Sam's.
Which are all mine, and they always will be.
Yeah.
It's so that when eventually you divorce me and leave me for a lady, I can make sure that in the court proceedings I keep control over it.
Does that mean, what would we do with the channel that we both own then?
Well, you would take control of it for 3 days a week. I get control of it for 3 days a week, and then we alternate every other Sunday.
Okay. I'm going to give it to the lady I marry.
No, you're not.
I
You
am.
can't do that.
Fucking can.
You can't.
I can. Well, what about after we get divorced and I marry my fucking new wife? I'm going to say, hey, wife, I don't want to do this, but I own it, so you can have it 3 days a week.
Hey, wife.
Hey, wife. Well, I don't know what her fucking name's going to be, do I? Don't know it yet.
Susan.
Susan. You think I'd marry someone called Cunting Susan?
I don't see what's wrong with the name Susan. Apologies to anybody called Susan listening now, especially YouTube CEO Susan, who probably watches all of these.
Oh, fuck you, Susan. Anyway,
wow.
Let's throw it out there. Who in our age bracket is called Susan?
Well, I can't.
Do you know any Susans?
No, of course I don't know anybody called Susan.
Did you go to a school with a Susan?
I did not go to school with one of the teachers was called Susan.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not marrying
She was a geography teacher, and she was probably in her 70s.
I'm not marrying a 70-year-old.
Why not?
I'm not a granny chaser.
You're a gold digger now.
I don't like it
Why
wrinkly.
not be a gold digger then? Get into some of that pension. And with them, you've only got to wait 10 years for them to die, rather than me, where you've got to wait about 15.
I'm not a pension digger.
I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't know if you're entitled to your dead spouse's pension.
No, you're not.
I was going to say, I didn't think that's how it works.
I think the only time that might come into effect is a military pension.
I was going to say military spouses, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think anybody else gets the pension of their dead lover.
Oh, I bet politicians do.
But politicians mostly have enough money to just do whatever the fuck they want with their
What,
spouses.
you think they'd turn it down?
Oh, no.
Well, then. No, I bet politicians would, for
Cherie
sure.
Blair would fucking take that pension anytime.
What a stately reference. What a modern contemporary callback there. Brilliant.
Yeah, everyone outside of the UK is going to be getting that one, aren't they?
Good.
God, like, we need to get at least another 5 minutes of content out of
No,
this.
we don't. I'm so tired.
I know you're tired.
I've
we
got to
haven't
crack out
enough.
a half an hour Rimworld episode before tomorrow, and I've done 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
I've done 7 minutes.
Well, by the time you get it done and, like, edited, maybe I'll be done, and then we can have a nice sleep.
I want to stay awake to midnight today
Midnight.
to try and reset my sleep
You can go
schedule.
fuck yourself. I'm sleeping when I sleep.
Well, midnight's only like a few hours away. 8, 9. It's 5 hours away.
And I'm saying I'm sleeping when I'm sleeping.
Midnight, yeah, like I
I'm
said.
not fucking sleeping at midnight.
If you lie down in bed any time before midnight, I am going to cover you in eels.
Where the shit are you going to get eels?
I could buy eels.
From where?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you're a fucking... When will you cover me in eels?
I will light you on fire.
You will light me on
There you go.
fire.
There's a more practical one.
You do have something that could do that.
That's a more realistic one too. I will light you on fire.
We've got...
If your body so much as touches that bed within the next 4 hours, done. You're immolated on the spot.
You're going to immolate me.
Yes.
I was going to say, like, we got a fancy fire lighter, don't we? Like,
I don't know if that would light.
it would light my hair on
I
fire.
suppose it probably would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's...
Because it doesn't produce an actual flame.
Yeah.
It's an electric kind of arc lighter, basically.
Yeah, it's an arc lighter, and it's cool. You're really thinking about this one, aren't you?
I don't know if I would be able to light fire. I'd have to like.
You'd definitely be able to light fire to my hair.
I'd have to take your hair and light that on fire, and then use that to light the bed. I'd need some sort of like.
Oh, the bed would
flammable-
totally set on fire. You said
No, it's not. Of course it wouldn't. It's fire retardant. Beds have to be, you fool. What are you talking about?
there's bedding on the bed, you fucking
There's
dickhead.
bedding on the bed. What are we, rabbits?
Sometimes the idiocy that comes out of your fucking mouth leaves me aghast.
Aghast.
Aghast. Do you like that? Do you like that word?
Like squiffy gassed.
Yes, just like
You don't even know what
squiffy
that
gassed.
is.
No, I fucking
Yeah,
don't.
you don't, because you're a fake fan.
A fake fan of what?
Me.
Oh yeah, I don't care about you.
See, exactly. You married me for my money, my riches.
The thing is, when I first got with you, you didn't have riches.
Okay, what if two people who built a channel together,
Mm-hmm.
let's call them Yam and Celise,
Let's call them Ethan and Ela.
and they had a Patreon,
Uh-huh.
and they got divorced.
Yeah.
And let's say their Patreon was like, I don't know, $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
Would the judge like make them split that, do you think?
I reckon that there would be a legal dispute about how much content each of them puts in, and then maybe they get a ratio based on that.
I don't think so. I think you're always entitled to 50%.
Well, it depends.
Because when Jeff Bezos'
exactly.
wife divorced him,
Yeah.
because he's a dirty diddler, along with being just a terrible human being.
I mean,
would
he's Jeff
assume.
Bezos. He's a fucking devil incarnate.
She became like the richest woman in the world, like quite literally with one court case.
Yeah, yeah.
Like billions and billions.
But
I
it's
think
not
she got 34 billion from the settlement or something like that.
But she didn't get 50% of, like, his earnings every year.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point. I wonder if it's retroactive. Or...
Like, if she got 50% of his earnings every year, she'd be a fucking rich woman.
She is a rich one. She's got 34 billion, or didn't you hear that part?
Yeah, oh yeah, she's rich as fuck already, but you know how much Jeff Bezos is worth?
Who cares? I'm of the strong opinion that every penny over, like, let's be honest, 500 million is irrelevant.
Yeah.
500 million, 700 million, who cares? You've got enough money to do whatever you want when you cross...
yeah, it doesn't
I mean,
matter.
realistically, when you cross, like, 100 million, if you're
Yeah, about to
just
say
a
100
person who's
million.
not out to, like, conquer the earth, you could do whatever you fucking wanted.
Yeah,
And I
like,
will.
a really, really nice house in this country, well, unless you're in the middle of London, is like maximum a mil, you know?
Oh, no. You
No,
spend
like
a fortune.
You could, but you don't need to, is the point.
Oh, I saw a house in my hometown going for, like, 4 or 5 million.
Oh, I forget that you live in a fucking conservative central.
You're judging everything from your like.
From my shithole area, yeah. My like normal, like, because the north is really cheap to live in.
You know, like when you ask a kid how much they think a house costs, and they're like, "Oh, £300."
You know, genuinely, when I was in year 10, like one of like, you know how we had to do those classes where you learn about real life and you don't actually learn anything.
Yeah, I know those.
The teacher asked us how much a house would be worth, and I believe most of us said like around the ballpark of 200k. And they were like, wow, the year 11 class said £10,000, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like,
wow, that's concerning.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing, isn't it? Like, the kids just don't know, and it's not their fault. Like, their parents clearly have not told them.
No, this is why millennials don't deserve houses.
Exactly,
Or
yeah.
they just don't, they won't appreciate them, they won't understand them, they don't know how to maintain them. So I think we just give it to the landlords, who are quite clearly capable of taking care of houses.
You're going to upset a lot of people, even though you're joking.
We take all the houses, we give it to one person who rents them all out.
Perfect.
And take care. You don't understand how hard it is to be a landlord.
Yeah, landlords really have it tough.
They sit at home. Our landlord sits at home, doesn't repair the ceiling, lets it leak on us whenever it rains, gets big mold patches everywhere, rats all through the kitchen, mice all through the kitchen, which I had to personally exterminate. Every single one of their little shattered bodies I was scraping into the bin every day. Patching up all the silicone in the bathroom. Landlords have it hard. I did all that work, but the landlord is the one that's suffering in his heart. He feels for me.
He's really having a hard time as you fixed the sideboards the day we moved in because they were hanging off the walls.
They were hanging off the walls.
God. Like, landlords are so fucking bad.
And then you say this story, and then everyone in the comments is going to be like, well, why don't you take it to the council? You're protected by tenants' rights. And if you think they're writing that fucking thing, well, get in the real world. If you think that my time is worth less to me than a tube of No More Nails and kicking the sideboard on, then you are sorely mistaken.
Also, we did contact the council, and shit all happened.
Yeah, the council, like, who cares?
I actually do have a friend, and most of my friends, because we are young and we all rent, are like, fuck landlords. And the one person who owns a house is like, oh, landlords aren't that bad. And I'm like, you are 22 and you own a house. Fuck you.
What do you mean 22 and owning a house?
Parents paid a lot of it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, tends to be the case. I wouldn't want that responsibility at 22.
Yeah, no, like, when
You've got your whole life to live, and now you're anchored down.
Like, they live with their boyfriend as well, and it's like, bear in mind that they've been together like less time than us, like half the time that we've been together, I'm pretty sure, and they lived with each other not at all before they bought a house together.
Live and let live. If it works for them, it works for them.
I'm very happy it is working for them.
For me personally, I need to be married to someone with at least 3 or 4 kids and a lifetime of debt and 5 stable jobs before I'm even willing to think about even being in the same room as them.
The thing is, you're half like being truthful there, because you're not gonna like get a house with me. Like, you weren't gonna get a house with me early in the relationship. That's just not
of course not.
Like, at least for us, we've lived together, 4 years now? It's genuinely probably been 4 years.
We moved in together earlier than we should have.
Yeah, I think so.
But it was kind of no choice on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you didn't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, it was either go back to my parents' house or live with you.
So
I think I made the right choice in hindsight.
Yeah. No, you did. Yeah, honestly, it was.
Well, yeah.
It's been a barrel of laughs. It really has.
Well, yeah, we've been living together for 4 years. I think that now is like a safe time to be thinking about buying a house. If we could ever afford it.
Let's not jump to conclusions here. Hold on. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this when we're not recording.
Fuck off, as if we haven't already talked about this when we weren't recording.
How about we talk about this when let's talk about this later.
Full disclosure, Sam asked me to move into a house with him first. You actually did. You were the one that proposed buying a house together first.
I don't remember it, but possibly, yeah.
You genuinely were. So, haha. Fuck you.
I think just owning a house is just nice, you know?
Well, the thing is, we both want a dog. We both want to be able to nail, like, pictures onto our fucking walls. Like,
hanging up pictures, painting a room. This room
every
now
room is
shite.
fucking horrible.
When I say literally, the paint is peeling off the walls because it's mold behind it.
And also because they've painted on top of wallpaper.
It's awful in here.
It's really bad.
And I can't
every
do
room is the
anything
same
about it.
colour as well.
I can't do anything about it. I'm trapped in this room for 12 hours a day and it's full of mold and the ceiling's falling in on me.
I just want a feature wall.
All I want is a house. It's not, please. Please, open your heart. Patreon.com/roll1d2 game.
Like, yeah, we're not really in the financial situation to be buying a house anyway.
I wouldn't
right
buy a
now.
house right now.
No.
No.
Like,
I'm all right.
we need to wait for another housing crash and then we can buy a house.
Oh, yeah.
And then surely there'll be one.
When they
like-
drop down to only like 400k a house, then we're good.
Woo! I genuinely, like, buying a house anywhere that we want to live is so expensive. Like, I was looking at houses in, like, a city that is close to us, and oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you pay for the area.
Yeah, but, like, the place we're living in now is, like, way cheaper. But I would hate to live here.
Yeah, I mean, the neighborhood we live in now is a fucking
Yeah,
dump.
absolute dump.
People screaming at each other constantly at fucking 4 a.m. and fighting and chasing each other down the road and throwing bins around. And
Sam was in the dentist the other day, and I was sat outside, and there was this couple, like, screaming at each other. Like, and the house, like, the houses behind it were, like, clearly not in a nice area. You could see. So I was just, like, these two people, like, emerging from, like, the Badlands, like, screaming cunt at each other.
happens all the time. Well, when we were, actually, you weren't there, were you? You were at work. When I was looking around our new house to do the tour, there was just a woman who walked past with a dog in one hand and a needle in the other. She just had a needle in her hand. Because I remember I came into work and told you about it.
Classic UK.
And I was like, this is a normal thing. And outside of that house that we don't live in anymore was just fucking like bins piled up, rubbish outside. There was all that furniture outside, which we then found out was because our next door neighbor was being evicted because they had a bunch of dogs in cages stacked up in their living room.
Yeah.
What a fucking dump. People think the UK is all Harry Potter and castles.
There's a lot of rubbish here. Like, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a real problem that, like, it's a cultural thing as well, really, rather than a, like, because if you look at some countries, they're, like, really clean. And part of it is because, like, the people there just know to not litter. Like, I remember when I was a kid, it would aggravate me a lot because I lived in a really, like, rough area. And people would just litter right in front of you all the time. And I'd be sat there like, oh, you're not supposed to litter.
Right, I've got a question for you. I asked you this question years ago.
Oh, okay.
In our relationship.
All right.
Right, so to put it in perspective, I have no cousins, nothing like that. My grandparents own their own house. And I phrased you the question, if my grandparents were to die, right, which I assume they will one day because everybody does, that house is eventually only ever going to go to, because I have no cousins on either side, on my dad's side or my mum's side, that house is only ever going to go to me and my sibling.
Yep.
And I think I posed you the question of, if I offered to buy the house from my sibling, would you want to live there? Simply because we already own half of it.
Yeah. It's in a nice area.
At the time, you said no. And I couldn't believe that you said that based on how difficult it is to get a house.
I think the problem is that neither of us want to live there.
No, but it's also a house that we would own.
Yeah, but by that point, bearing in mind that your mum's going to get the house before we are, and your mum's not dying for another, like, 40 years, dude.
I would probably offer to buy it off my mum.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, like, I'll be honest, you are the person that earns money right now. If you want to buy the fucking house from your mum, you buy the house from your mum. It's not like we would have a horrible time there, but we would have to remodel.
But it was just a hypothetical, that's all.
We would have to remodel.
Yeah, because it's an old person house that was from like the 50s.
And it looks like shit.
It's just like...
It's like...
It was a hypothetical, that's all. I'm not saying we are going to do that.
Like, the house itself is fine. It's just like, it's you can tell it's an old person house.
It's nice, though.
Issue.
They got like a... Because it's like, my grandparents bought it like post-World War II.
Yeah.
It was like, it was in the 50s, like early 50s, I think they bought it or something like that.
They have a nice garden.
And it cost them like, it cost them like £10,000 and adjusted for inflation, that's a whopping, £100,000, whatever. It's like a fucking 4-bedroom house, massive back garden, all of that shit. And you
I've
imagine,
actually
like,
never seen the upstairs of their house, though. So I don't know what that's like. I'm only doing this based on their living room and their kitchen.
That's what I'm thinking, like, in a situation like that, I think you just have to kind of...
Yeah.
I almost feel like I would have to do something like that, because how else would you ever get a house,
Yeah, like
Again, this is hypothetical. I'm not like planning for my eventual
You're
grandparents'
gonna, like,
demise or anything like that.
murder your grandmother.
No.
No.
That was it's a very macabre conversation. I appreciate. I shouldn't have used that as an example. I should have been like, if you got given a house or the opportunity to buy a house for kind of cheap in a nice area, but not an area we would want to live because it's full of old people.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to live there.
That's how I should have phrased the question, but I applied a very real life example to it.
You know, there's a real life example I'm worried about now that I think about it, because my grandma and granddad on my dad's side, who are they going to give their house to? Because there was already a big flim-flam about my great-granddad's house.
I wouldn't worry about that.
'Cause how are they going to split that?
See, for me, it's an easy thing because it's like I am the
You're gonna get
kind
it
of terminating point of the family, you know?
eventually. Yeah. Well, it's weird because like my grandparents have got 3 grandkids. They're not going to get any more, and they've got 2 sons. So I just wonder what they're going to do with that.
That's something that always like blew my mind. Like massive families, like at Christmas, it was literally just me and my sibling and my parents and my 2 sets of grandparents, and then like one of my nan's friends, you know, would like come over for Christmas dinner or something like that, and that was it. That was the entire extent of our family, all sat around the same dinner table.
Usually at Christmas, like, so I'd see my great grandparents because they were still alive for the first like 7 years of my life. So like I'd go and see one of my sets of great grandparents, then the other set of great grandparents. I'd have my dad's parents. I wouldn't see my uncle, but I would see my 2 aunties on my mum's side, and I would see my nana and granddad. And then I'd have my parents. These days there's like more kids, so there's like I've got 3 cousins, but I don't see them because I am old and live many miles away. So never had to have a Christmas with any of them. But yeah, I've got like not that big of a family though. I've just got like a young family is the point.
Yeah.
Where my parents were young when they had me, and my grandparents were young, therefore my great grandparents were alive. I had technically 5 great grandparents around when I was born.
And I'm all alone.
Yeah. You're
So-
gonna die alone.
Probably. Could you imagine if I outlived you?
That would be surprising.
I won't take that personally.
Well, not first of all, you're older.
I've got more vigor. I've got more of a spark for life than you have.
I can't even disagree with
No,
that.
you're content to just lie in bed all day playing Fire Emblem,
I am content to not live. Yeah.
and I am ready to fight the world.
I don't. I've lost the energy, dude. That sounds really depressing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've lost the energy. Like, I just don't
You're
care
a
about getting
millennial, we
angry
get it.
anymore.
Oh, you've given up. Oh, life's so hard. World's coming to an end
It's not
anyway.
even that. I'm just like, I can't be bothered. The thing is, like, if I get a job and stuff like that, like currently with the job you've given me, where I'm like editing and doing the playlist and everything, like, I really throw myself into work. Sometimes to an unhealthy degree. So it's not like I don't like working and that I don't do a good job. In fact, I'd argue I get too into it. It's just between a rock and a hard place. I either work too hard and like kill myself, or I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a good way to live.
And then millennials complain they can't afford houses.
Work-life balance is it's a really good thing for me.
I don't know what you're going to do with the video.
This is gonna be long.
You're going to have to put up just a load of stock images and shit.
Yeah.
What we're talking about, like old people dying, and you find like their grandma.
Just a graveyard.
Grim Reaper, like something from the pack.
Oh my god, yeah, that's so good. Oh, I need to do that.
Well, let's wrap it up because I've got remote to record.
Yeah, and I think this is gonna be like a 45-minute long video.
Yeah, you're welcome. Consider it a podcast.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do shit like this, we need to structure it because we're just kind of having a conversation.
Yeah, but some people will enjoy that. Like, I'm gonna ask the comments about this because Sam always complains that if you do a podcast where you just talk, it's boring, and he doesn't like
I
that.
100% agree.
But I think that just listening to people talk that I'm interested in is actually really fun.
Nobody's interested in us. We're not big celebrities. We're nobody.
I kind of think that's the point, though.
I'm just a person who owns a microphone.
We're super relatable, bro.
We're not relatable.
Are we not?
No.
I bet a lot of people have got grandparents that'll give them a house one day.
Fine line between relatable and horribly boring.
Yeah, I
Normality
guess.
is boring. People don't listen to normal. They listen to controversy and and drama
Yeah, but we
to
get.
spice up their dull, boring lives.
Yeah, but we have banter, don't we, mate?
Do we have banter?
You literally told me to dog earlier. There's pretty good banter here. Get on the banter bus, Sam.
I don't like any of that. Right.
Spot on some Venga boys, Sam.
Wrap it up.
All right.
And then dog. No, go on, wrap it up. Say bye to the people. I'm so tired.
You're really not in the mood to do this outro, are you?
No, I'm like almost falling asleep, and I got to re-energize myself, ready for fucking Rimworld now.
Well, fair enough. I'm gonna get going then.
God, I
and
hate Rimworld.
edit this fucking video. Shut the fuck up. Try to do the outro.
God, I hate it.
Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Please do let me know in the comments.
I love
Shut the
Rimworld.
fuck up, Rolling D2 Games.
I love Rimworld. Wow, let's laugh at all these things that are happening.
Let me know in the comments if you like this fucking format.
Awful.
And also, let us know if you want us to shorten this. Like, not do one this long next
Somebody
time.
left a comment saying, I'd watch these if they're half as long. And my response to you is, watch fucking half of it, you moron.
Well, in fairness, like I think there were 2 responses
Watch
saying
on
that they would
double
watch
speed
longer.
then, idiot. There's a ×2 button. Listen faster, fool.
Could you imagine, like, trying to hear us in double speed? Like, what if you don't speak English? That's gonna
Christ,
be
I don't listen to you half the time anyway, so that's like a quarter of everything you've ever saying going right over my head.
like, what if you don't speak English fluently and you're like trying to listen to us and we're going la, 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 with our British accents?
Is that before or after the breakfast dogging that you're doing that tongue action?
Anyway, let's get going. Are you going to turn off the recording?
I'm just sampling some of my drink.
Oh my
actually.
god,
It's
fuck off! I need to edit this!
It's quite tasty.
I hate you
It's pretty
so
good.
much.
It's got a nice mix actually of it's got a good ratio of pineapple to
I
orange.
can't reach the mouse.
Well, that's not my problem.
Oh, fuck off. Fine, I'm going to drink my drink then.
Stop the recording. What are you doing?
My arms are too short.
Just lean.
I can't. The mic is in the way.
Right, there you go.
What's the off button?
What's the off button? There's on the screen.
Oh, fuck it. I meant the one on your fucking mouse. You have a hotkey for on your mouse.
I can't tell you that. That's corporate secret.
Thank you for watching.